was thinking about going to the beach for Bike Week 2023. Marco, Needles reminded we're in a connection. Have a little shite. And I can't manage to stop my dick in your titties. That you and I will be going to the crystal ball immediately. Why? Well, it's nothing to do with 15-minute shitties. 15-minute shitties. That's what I'm saying. 15-minute shitties. Well, I wonder what we're gonna be talking about tonight. It sounds interesting.
A rose, to many the sign of perfection from a floral point of view. But that's the funny thing about perceptions. It's all in what you see. It's in how you see it. And what is perfection without flaw? Welcome to another episode of Chats with Vlad. Episode 59. 15-minute shitties. Now, boys and girls, I don't mean 15-minute shitties as in something that you have to run to relieve yourself, to take a dumperoonie. No, I mean a 15-minute city. Something the World Economic Forum cooked up and other world governments. Part of the NWO, if you would. And for those new to this kind of thing, that means New World Order. Indeed. Indeed. Well, I guess first I should start off with explaining exactly why we came to this. As Doom and Gloom alluded to, it's Bike Week 2023 in Myrtle Beach. I've been doing shorts all week concerning it, and I have a little bit more material to do one more. But I couldn't do this episode on Bike Week. No. Too many people have been asking about these 15-minute cities. And I keep hearing it brought up in conversation. It's quite topical, boys and girls. And I'm not talking about something to put on your scalp to help you grow hair there, Baldy. Indeed. A 15-minute city is a city, in theory, where people can get whatever they want. Groceries, food, art, music, nature like parks, within a 15-minute walk or bike ride. No automobiles, no anything. In some cases, maybe a trans, like a train. They try to make it sound like a good thing, boys and girls. Indeed. But we'll get to that in a second. Because you see, as with most things that we talk about, it's not everything that it's cracked up to be, boys and girls. There's a lot of bad things about these 15-minute cities. But again, I'm getting ahead of myself. You see, I was talking to my brother Johann. Dear Johann. And Joseph, whom we lovingly refer to as dope da dope dope dope. You thought I forgot that one. Tell Mustafa I said. Anyway, these 15-minute cities. Well, I have an idea. Why don't I go ahead and show you, boys and girls, Paris to become 100% cycling city. 15-minute Florence, a strategic plan for the city. China is planning to do 52 of them. Boys and girls, that should be a hint right there that that's bad. You see, this is the basic concept that they have. There's just one problem. Not everybody can live in the middle for everything to be built around, boys and girls. Do you know what I mean? I think you do know what I mean. Indeed. You see, this isn't about helping the environment. And it's definitely not about helping you. No. No, indeed. It's not. It's about control. It's about control of me and control of you. Indeed, boys and girls. Indeed. It's about being able to control where you go, when you go, how you go. Let me tell you some of the finer aspects of these 15-minute cities, if you would, and I think you would. Let's see. Oxford did this, and within months, 4 were arrested for traveling too far, long-term to Paris, France, Denmark. Biggleswade, Great Britain. All have either attempted in Britain's area. They actually deflected it, and they found a way to not let it invade their land. Good for you, Great Britain. And in America, LA, Chicago, New York, even places in Florida, I've heard, and Cleveland, Ohio, have plans for 15-minute cities. Indeed, with licensed readers. And you have, 100 days allowed travel if you ask for it. And if you don't, or if you exceed the 100 days, the fines start coming in, boys and girls. Indeed. And you know what? Everyone was so worried about the World Economic Forum putting chips in your head, which they are doing and they will do, and they can control various different aspects through that, boys and girls, but they won't have to. Oh no, because even if you don't consent to a chip in your head, yes, now Uncle Vlad finds out that they can just use the facial recognition that they have everywhere, including those license plate readers we were just talking about, boys and girls. And they're going to be on every corner, everywhere. Indeed. Indeed. And on top of that, I don't know if you've heard about this one, boys or girls, but you know the vaccines, you know the ones that so many people didn't want to take? Well, here it comes. Uncle Vlad found out. They're putting it in the foods. They're growing it in the foods. They're putting it in the animals that we eat. They're going to make sure we take it, whether we want to or not. freedoms be damned, I guess, huh? I don't know how much more this country can take of this oppression, boys and girls. Anyway, the WEF and the elites try to make controlling us sound like a good thing. Us stamping out opposing views and calling them conspiracy theorists. Anyone who disagrees with them. Does this sound familiar? Does this sound like it came straight out of the liberal socialist handbook? Boys and girls, I don't know if they're liberals. I don't know if they're socialists. I don't know if they're communists. But I'll tell you what, all three of the groups, as far as I'm concerned, can suck it. But I digress. The night's wearing on, and I do want to catch some of the bike week, boys and girls. So, with that being said, hold up. There's one more thing I forgot to discuss. Saudi Arabia. Indeed, boys and girls, this is interesting. See, Saudi Arabia, aka Neom. You see, Saudi Arabians are going to be called Neonians. The Saudis are creating this thing called the Line. It's 170 kilometers, that's 105 miles long, 500 meters or 1,640 feet tall, boys and girls. It's a mirrored linear city with jets and like dreams. And it's supposed to be coming in 2023. I don't know how else to express this, so let me show you a diagram, boys and girls. And then there's Portland. I almost forgot about them. But you see, this is going to be a wall-like city. Yes, indeed. With mirrors on the edge. And as I previously stated, boys and girls, they hope to have that done by 2030. You think, Taco? Do you think they're going to be able to do it? Taco thinks the Saudi Arabians are being silly. Especially with the Jetson dreams. Seriously, they're like saying robot maids and flying cars and everything from the Jetsons. We'll see how much of this actually comes true. But, as I said, the night grows thin, and I have stuff that I wish to do. But first, I believe I owe everybody some funny ha-ha. With that being said, since we were talking about such socialist ideas tonight, I figured, hey, why don't we just go ahead and do jokes about socialists? A child says, "When I grow up, I want to be a communist." The mother says, "You can't do both." I didn't even realize how cold it was today until I saw a socialist with their hands in their own pockets. Where does a socialist bird lay its eggs? Why, in a commune nest. What did socialists use before candles? Electricity. Why can't you tell socialists a joke? Because not everyone will get it. Why did the liberal not want to talk to the socialists? Because they're antisocial. I scored well on my socialist exam last week. I got top marks. Why are socialist school teachers so disorganized? Because they love to see the class struggle. Indeed, boys and girls. Well, that's about all I have for you tonight. But Uncle Vlad thinks that he's given you quite a bit to think about. And let me ask you this. When they come, and when they want you to be part of their 15-minute city, what will you do? Will you give in? Or will you fight? Think about it!
What do you think about all this 15-minute business? Well, I don't really see what the big deal is about these